Hello, my name is Tajane, and I am a victim of being cheated on. And I just want to say, you know who you are, so welcome to your tape. Yeah, I'm so serious. I am doing a story time about how I got cheated on, but this is not welcome to your tape. Because honestly, we still cool. Like, it's no bad blood. None of that over here. Good vibes. You did what you did, and I was just that. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk no more. I'm gonna just get straight into the story. And yes, I'm giving you a free pass to be nosy and dig up on my business. But like I said, I don't care. It's no bad blood. Fuck it. Fuck it. So, a little background information. So me and this man, we were friends first before any of that stuff happened. Like any of the feelings, any all of that. Well, on my end. I don't know about him, but on my end. So boom. We started off as friends. But yeah, so we started off as close friends, and then he decided to like shoot his shot, or like, basically like confess his feelings to me. That's what I'm looking for. So one day he decided to confess his feelings for me. But like I said, we was friends. We were like close friends. So I already know how he get. Like, I already know he's not loyal. I already know like he's not shit. Moral of the story. But I don't really like to judge people based off of that. Like, I would like to give him a shot, because I honestly feel like a nigga's gonna act right for who he wanna act right for. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna judge him based off of this, and I'm gonna give him a chance. So boom, we started off as friends. He confessed his feelings to me. Then we started talking or whatever, filling out the vibe. Then we started dating. So basically we dated for like our whole senior year. Yeah, we dated for the whole senior year. It was like a little bit of the summer up until senior year. So junior year, summer, and then it was senior year. So yeah, it was all cool or whatever, lovey-dovey, we see each all the time, it was good. He was treating me right. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to bash him or anything, and I don't want to make him seem like he's a bad person. But yeah, he was dead treating me right. He was doing what he had to do, He had little flaws, like little things he needed to fix, but like everybody does. Like, no relationship is perfect. Nobody's perfect. Like, everybody gonna have something to work on. So I can't really hold that against him or put it over his head. So yeah, that was enough of the background information. So boom, this is the time that this man cheated on me. And I'm gonna say cheated on me because it's still up in air to this day. Like, this happened my senior year of high school. I graduated my senior year in 2019. It is now 2021. And up until this day, I still don't know for sure if this man really cheated on me or not, or if it was really just a rumor. But honestly, I don't think it was a rumor. I think it's true. And I feel like he's going to hold that. He's going to take that to the grave. Like, he would never admit. Like, I know he would never admit. Because that's what he do. He just deny. But yeah, like I said, I'm not bashing this man. We cool or whatever. So yeah. So boom. This is around prom season. And who wants to get cheated on during prom season? Like, after you just did a whole promposal to me, after you be posting me, like, that is so embarrassing. I'm not gonna do a little extra talking. I'm gonna just get straight into it, because it's kind of juicy. I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, I'm really letting y'all like into the tea of my life, like, but whatever. So boom, this is around prom season. Actually, it was 3 days before prom season. I remember this date like it was yesterday. This was June 3rd. June 3rd. That was when he did the promposal to me. And our prom was June 6th, if you can't do the math. So yeah, boom. Basically, he did the promposal to me. The promposal, I'm not gonna lie, that shit was mad nice. It was beautiful. I was crying and all of that. Like, and I feel like I had the best promposal. No tea, no shade, but I had the best promposal at that school. And even for the whole history of that school of promposal history, promposal that year. I had the best promposal hands down. But yeah, I don't want to brag because, you know, he did cheat on me. But yeah. Anyway, so this was 3 days before prom. And the promposal, let me tell you about the promposal since I'm bragging about it. So basically it was like notes. And like each of the notes was like talking about his feelings to me, and like it had a date on it. So it was like, oh, August something, 2018, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Then he wrote like, oh, this is the day that me and you was chilling. We was vibing, we was laughing the whole time, like it was good vibes. And this was like when I realized, like, you know, you have potential to be my girl. Then they gave me a rose. Then the next note was like around my birthday. And then it was like, then he was talking about how he realized like, no, like for real, like you could be my girl. And this is when he realized like he had real feelings for me. And the feeling, like he wanted to pursue the feelings. Then the next letter was like, oh, basically this when I actually be my girlfriend, like this when I gave you the locket, all that stuff, whatever. And we made memories ever since then. So yeah. And I'm gonna put videos in here too of like how it looks, you know.
To our Valentine's Day and the ramen place is so much more. I realize now that moments like this will always happen when I'm with you.
No, stop crying. Oh shit, Joanne!
But yeah, I was boiling. I was crying, like real life tears, like crying. Because it was mad cute. And then he gave me a necklace. I'm going to insert pictures and videos, all of that about how it looked. Because it was mad cute. And it was like really nice. So yeah. So he did all that big bang, you know, promposal thing. Then he posted on Facebook. He posted the video and he posted like a little paragraph, or if he didn't post a paragraph, he posted something with the video, basically. And yeah, so that was that. Now, here comes the juicy part. So we take pictures, right? Now, honestly, I don't do Facebook. Like, I don't like Facebook. I don't use Facebook now. Like, my page, I don't even remember my username and password. So, like, that page is there. So, yeah, I don't use Facebook. So, I don't post pictures. I don't post nothing. Like, the most I do is, like, share something every once in a while. But other than that, I don't use Facebook. So, I posted this man because I'm like, okay, this promposal was beautiful. Like, I was crying. I loved it. It was mass in the middle. It was perfect. Like, it was just good. You know what I'm trying to say? I hope this is not too loud. So, yeah. So, I'm like, nah, I have to post this man. Like, he posts me all the time. He showed me off all the time. Like, the least I could do is post this man today. So, I posted this man. I posted the pictures. And I was like, oh, I have the best boyfriend ever or whatever. I'm going to put in a picture of what I posted, right? So, boom. I promise you, this girl, the girl that he's supposed to be cheated on me with, she seen that like in 2 minutes. And she posted on her private story. Actually, I'm skipping. So, boom. Basically, I posted him and I'm like, yeah, I have the best boyfriend ever, whatever, blase. Bada bing, bada boom, right? So, you know, I'm just bragging. Like, I got my balloons. I got my poster. I'm just walking around. Like, all my friends is recording me. I'm feeling mad good. I'm like, yeah, I got the best boyfriend ever. I had the best promposal ever. Like, nobody's topping that. Like, let's really talk about it. And then I'm smiling. Everybody like, oh, no, that was mad cute. That was mad beautiful. Whatever. And then, mind you, it was mad people in our school. Like, mad people in our school was at my promposal. Like, the dance room was filled up. Everybody was recording me. So, you know, I was feeling mad good. So, boom. Now, I go home. You know, this is 3 days before prom. So, you know, we just chatting it up. We having, like, regular conversations, talking about prom or whatever. We, like, finishing, like, the last minute arrangements or whatever. So, boom. I go to sleep. I wake up the next morning and I get a text from my friend that I met at my job, right? No funny shit. Shout out to you, bro. Like, for real, hands down, you my man's 100 grand. Because if you would have never sent this to me, like, you could have kept this information to yourself. Like, you ain't have to, like, you know, snitch. Well, not really snitch, but you ain't have to tell me. You have to put me on. Like, you could have had me out here looking dumb, but you didn't. And I fuck with you for that. Like, for real. I know that next morning, I was in for a rude awakening. Like, a rude one. So, I'm waking up so early in the morning. 9 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, whatever time it was. It was early in the morning. That's all I gotta say. And I get a text from my friend. And this is like, oh, like, I'm probably thinking like, oh, she's sending me something about the promposal or whatever, like saying it's cute or something. So like, I'm not really thinking of it. I'm just like, okay, let me open it. I open it and she's like, hey, you know, I feel like you should know this. Like, I shouldn't keep this information from you. But like, did you and your boyfriend talk about breaking up at college? I'm gonna put the screenshots in. Yeah. But yeah, so basically she's talking about, oh, did y'all talk about breaking up at college? Because my cousin is talking about how, oh, he's talking about breaking up with you and he's texting me, whatever, da-da-da-da. So I'm like, oh yeah, we did talk about breaking up. So in my head, I'm like, no, this man probably must have really been texting this girl, because how she know that we about to break up in college? So mind you, this is off the wake up. Like, I ain't even washed my face. I ain't brushed my teeth. None of that shit. I ain't washed my ass. Like, and this is what I'm waking up to. Like, this is what I'm seeing. So you already know, like, I'm boiling. Like, and then he wakes up kind of late. So it's like, I can't even text him right now. Like, so I'm just gathering up all the information. Like, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna try to get the screenshots. Like, I'm gonna try to get the proof for you. So she sent me what she could, which was enough. Like, which was enough. So, yeah. So basically, she putting me on. I'm like, I bet. Nah, like, no funny. Like, this man got me looking crazy. Like, you just did a whole ass proposal. You be posting me all the time. Talking about, yeah, my girlfriend that showed me off. And you got the nerve to be texting some girl. Like, if you're going to be texting a girl, do not be posting me. Like, you literally just posted me. Like, don't do no whole proposal if you're going to be embarrassing me. Like, what's the point? Like, I really don't get it. But yeah, so I'm like, yeah, nah, thank you, bro. Like, for real, I fucked with you for this, because you ain't have to tell me this, you know. Bada bing, bada boom. I got all my information. I got my screenshots, whatever. So now I go to my sister's room and I'm like, bro, like, I'm telling her what happened. I'm like, I'm about to pop up on this nigga. And my sister's like, yeah, go ahead, do it. So I'm like, I bet. That's all I needed. So I get in the shower. I get ready. I throw something on real fast. And I'm out the door. Like, I'm out the door. And mind you, this is like 10 o'clock in the morning. Like, so all of this happened within the span of like an hour. Like, I found the information out, got the screenshots, told my sister about it, got ready, got dressed, and I hopped right on that bus. And then the bus I take to his house is literally down the block from my house. Like, that shit is across the street, down the block. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get there in no time. Like, I'm ready and I'm on go, because I'm tight. Because, like, you really got me looking crazy out here. You got people talking about something, you texting them. Like, are you crazy? And then this girl's talking about me and her private story. Like, that's another thing. Like, girl, like, you screenshotted my stuff. You see my post about my boyfriend, the best boyfriend ever. Yeah. So you screenshot my post. You seen it in like 2 minutes, and you posting it on your private story talking about me. And it's just like, okay, girl, like, one, I don't like girls that be talking to people's boyfriends, because one, that's not cute and that's not cool. Like, I don't like that at all. Like, I don't think that's cute. Like, if you talking to another girl's if you're talking to another girl's boyfriend, like, you foul for that. Like, And if you think that it's gonna get far, if you take somebody's man and you think it's gonna get far, you're in for a rude awakening, because he's gonna do the same shit to you. So yeah, like, you get no points for that. You get no cool points. Like, you just, like, ill, like, you're yuck. But yeah, so I'm on a bus. So while I'm on a bus, I'll call my best friend and I'm putting her on. I'm like, yo, tell me why the girl I was working with in the summertime, she's telling me that her cousin is posting about me in her private story, talking about, oh, she texting my boyfriend. Oh, is he really like the best boyfriend ever? Blah, 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 blah. And it's early in the morning too, so I'm pretty sure she probably like, yo, what the hell? Like, what's going on? Like, so yeah, I'm putting her on, whatever, whatever, whatever. And we coming out with like a game plan, because mind you, he's still sleeping and I'm on my way to his house. But you know, I gotta do what I gotta do. So yeah. So I'm on a bus and I'm blacking and I'm tight, because I'm just like, bro, that's really crazy, bro. Like, that's really crazy. Like, so yeah, so then I'm like, I'm not even worried like if he's gonna open the door now, because like me and his like family is close. Like, if he don't pick up and I ring the doorbell, his aunt's gonna answer the door, his grandmother's gonna answer the door, or his mom or his dad's gonna answer the door. Somebody's gonna answer the door for me. Like, they're not gonna leave me outside. So I'm like, I'm not even worried about that. I'm just worried about getting the information from this nigga. And then in my head, I'm just like, yo, I wonder what his excuse gonna be. Like, I really wonder like what his lie gonna be. Cause you know, niggas, they be lying, they be taking shit to the grave, like they won't admit nothing. So I'm just like, yo, I really like, I want to know how he finna explain himself for this. Like what you really finna say? So boom, I get off the bus, I'm walking to his house. I'm still on the phone with my best friend, by the way. And like literally probably like while I'm walking to his house, because it's like a walk from when you get off the bus. So while I'm walking to his house, that's when he texts me like good morning. But like I'm playing it all cool. Like I'm acting like nothing happened, because I want that nigga to be shook. I want him to be shocked. Like I don't want him to see nothing coming. Like, no, like you don't got no warning signs. You don't got no time to like delete nothing. You don't got no time to think of no lie. Like, no, like I want to wake that nigga up. Like, yeah, like it's gonna be like a rundown. Like, you feel me? He gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is going on? So yeah. So I'm texting him. I'm like, yeah, good morning, baby. And he like, oh yeah, you like these shoes for prom. He's like, yeah, sound about prom. I'm like, yeah, that's valid or whatever. And then he like, yeah, how you slept? You know, regular conversation, bada bing, bada boom. Little did he know, I'm like 5 minutes from his house. So we texting, and then I text him. I'm like, oh, I'm outside, or like, come open your door. He's confused. He's like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean come open your door? Or he either said that, or he was like, oh, you're not outside, like you're lying. So I'm pretty sure I probably sent him a picture or something, or like I FaceTime him or something and show him that I was really in front of his door. So yeah. So it's early in the morning, so he probably ain't brushed his teeth or nothing yet either. So he coming downstairs and he's happy to see me. Like, he's like, oh, like why you came? I'm just like, yeah, I wanted to surprise you early in the morning, like give him a hug, like, you know, everything is all cool, right? So we go upstairs to his room or whatever, and we chill in his room. And then my best friend, she like, oh, stay on the phone with me. So, you know, I'm still on the phone with her, whatever. So I'm still playing it cool. Like, I'm like, yeah, you know, we chopping it up. And in my head, I'm thinking, I'm like, I wonder like how I'm gonna like pull this off, like how I'm gonna bring it up to him, because I want it to be smooth. Like, I want it to be real smooth. So then he was like, oh, can you help me clean my room, like straighten up my room? And in my head, I'm like, yep, it's go time. Like, it's go time. This is my time to shine. Like, this is when I'm gonna like lay it on a table. Like, so I'm like, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna run with it. So he was like, oh, can you help me clean my room? So I'm like, oh, how about you ask blah, 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 the girl's name, to help you clean your room? So he's like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? So I'm like, I said it again. I'm like, oh, go ask blah, blah, blah to help you clean your room. And he's like, he's so like confused, like, oh, what are you talking about? I don't know, da, 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 da. So I'm just like, bro, so you don't know what I'm talking about? He's like, no, what are you talking about? So then I show him the pictures, the screenshots of what she posted about me on her private story. So I show it to him, and he's like, he reading it, and his fucking hand is shaking like that. Like, he's like shaking, like shaking. Like, I never see him shake. Well, I never see nobody shake that hard. Like, he really shaking, trembling. So I'm like, what you shaking for? Like, he's like, I don't know what he said, but I know I was like, oh, what you shaking for? And I'm waiting for him to explain himself. And I don't even know what he said. But all I know is that shit was stupid and that shit was a lie. So boom. Then I'm like, okay, so like you don't know what I'm talking about, like you so lost, like what is this? Like what do you mean? Like, and he's like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about, like I wasn't texting her, whatever. And I'm like, bro, literally. So I'm like, so why would she post this then? Like, it makes no sense. Like, why would she post this on her private story if she wasn't texting you? And then I'm like, okay, so if you really wasn't texting her, like how does she know that what school I'm going to? Like, she full well knows what school I'm going to. She knows what school you're going to. Like, how she know our business then? And how she know what we doing? How she know our plans for college if you wasn't talking to her? Like, that don't make no sense and it's not adding up. So stop lying. So boom, then he's talking about, oh yeah, I seen her. So we worked at the same job. We both worked at Coney Island, Luna Park. And he was like, oh, I seen her there. He was like, oh, I seen her there. And like, we was talking, whatever, da, da, da. And I don't know if he thought that that was gonna like get him out of it. But that shit just made it even worse. Cause it's just like, first of all, you seen this girl. You so-called don't talk to her. Y'all so-called have no ties to each other. So a conversation that you're gonna have with a girl that you have no ties to, that you don't fuck with, that you don't talk to, that conversation is gonna be about you and your girlfriend breaking up. Like, come on now. Like, now you just dug yourself in a deeper hole. So even if he wasn't texting her, even though that man was texting her, like I know he was texting her, it just makes sense. And I'm gonna stick with it, and I'm gonna go with it. So yeah, so then he's like, oh yeah, I seen her at Coney and we was talking about her. So I'm like, okay, so you telling bitches like our plans while I was breaking up? Like, you really thought that was gonna help you? Yeah, and I just like made me get even more upset because it's like, now you so-called telling bitches our plans and how we about to break up. So like, what you about to use as like a backup plan or something? Like, you getting your hoes ready because you know like we about to break up. Like, let me know, because like we could end it right now if that's the case. Like, you feel me? So now that got me tight. So now I'm just like, I bet. Now you playing with me and you still denying that you was not, and you still denying that you was never talking to this girl. Like, you still denying it. And he denies it to this day, y'all. Like, to this day, he denies it. That is so crazy because he just texted me. So, yeah. So, he's still denying it to this day. Like, to this day, he still denies that he was not texting this girl. He don't know why she did that. She was trying to break us up, something, whatever. But it's just like, no, that's a lie. But, yeah, anyways. So, now I'm getting tight. Like, I'm already tight. But now I'm just getting more tight because you're not telling me the truth. And I'm just like, bro, just keep it a buck. Like, just tell me, was you texting her or not? Because this makes no sense. Like, just tell me the truth. He like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Da, da, da. And I'm like, okay, so why you shaking for? Like, what you nervous for? Like, why is your hand trembling? Like, what are you scared for then? Like, if you was really not doing nothing, what you scared for? So then, I'm just like, all right, Rip, you're not going to tell me? I'm going to get you to tell me. So now I get to knocking stuff over in his house. Like, I'm in his room throwing stuff off the dresser. I'm throwing stuff off his bed. Like, I'm just throwing everything. And I'm like, okay, so tell me. And he's like, bro, stop. And I'm like, no, tell me. And I stop knocking shit over. So I'm just messing up his whole room. I'm like, no, bro, tell me. Boom, knock this over. Tell me, bro, knock this over. Boom. So I go in his hallway or whatever. I'm walking around. Now I'm in his kitchen. Now I'm knocking stuff over in the kitchen. I'm like, bro, tell me. And he's like, bro, stop. Da. Now you messing up my house, whatever. Like, you messing up my parents' stuff. They did nothing to you. And I'm not gonna lie, he was right about that. Like, his parents didn't do nothing to me besides birthing a cheater. Yeah, so I'm over here knocking stuff over. He's like, oh, you stop messing up my house. Now he's getting tight. I'm just like, bro, don't get tight. Like, don't get tight, bro. All you gotta do is tell me the truth and I will stop knocking stuff over. It's like simple as that. Like, it's easy peasy. Like, it's simple as that. Just tell the truth and I'm gonna stop knocking shit over. And he didn't want to tell the truth. He wants to keep denying, talking about, oh, I never talked to this girl. I don't know this girl, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I bet. So now I'm knocking pans over. I'm knocking bread over. Like, I'm knocking everything. Like, I'm taking dishes out the sink. Like, I'm throwing dishes on the floor. I'm knocking his dad papers on the floor. Like, I'm in the couch. Now I'm in the living room. And I go to the couch. Now I'm throwing all the pillows off the couch. I'm like, so tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. Like, I'm just basically destroying this man's house. Like, I'm messing up this man's house. And that I should have never did. But I don't regret it. So, fuck it. So, yeah. So he's like, bro, stop. Blah, 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 blah. Now he's like really mad at me now. Like, he's really mad at me. So I'm like, I bet, let me chill. So now we go back to square one, the first original question. I'm just like, okay, bro, tell me the truth. Like, what's up? Like, you think she's just gonna be posting this for no reason? Like, you got me looking stupid, bro. Like, for real, you got me looking stupid. And it's just like, I already don't trust this man. Like, I already didn't trust him. So it's just like, this was just like the icing on the cake, you feel me? And it's just like, if you already don't trust no one, it's easy for you to like believe shit. And especially if everything is just aligning, like, everything is just aligning up, you feel me? So yeah, so now I'm just like, this is not getting nowhere. So I'm like, I bet, bro, no funny shit. Like, I'm done with you. Like, we could break up. Don't ever talk to me ever again. Like, I'm not fucking with you, and that's just that on that. So then I'm trying to leave, right? Then I think he's like stopping me or something like that. So he lives on like the top floor. Like, his whole family lives in like the house, but he lives on the top floor. So I'm like walking down. I'm trying to walk down the steps to go outside, because to go out you gotta go to the second floor. So he's like grabbing me and stuff. He's like, oh no, like basically saying, like, trying to get me to like stay and try to like plead his case, even though he was doing a horrible job, like bad job. Like, you was not believable. I was not believing it. I was not falling for it. Like, and it's just like, fuck it. So yeah, then I don't know how, when, what, where, whatever, but like, we start tussling. Like, and all I remember is that this man he had me by my leg, like my foot. He was like kind of downstairs and I was upstairs. And this man is literally like dragging he's pulling my leg, like trying to drag me down the steps, like real life, like trying to drag me down. And I'm like trying to kick him off. Like, I don't know what happened or what was said in between him trying to get me to stay to us fighting. But yeah, we just started fighting. And like, this man is literally like dragging he's pulling my leg, like trying to drag me down the steps, like real life, like trying to drag me down. And I'm like trying to kick him off, like whatever, because I'm not trying to fall. Like, if this man dragged me, like, I'm gonna get dragged down these steps. And like, I'm not getting dragged down. And I'm not getting dragged down nobody's steps. Like, are you crazy? Like, and this might sound like, I don't know, like abuse or something, but I don't know. Hopefully the cops don't see this. Should have thought twice before dragging me down the steps. Nah, I'm playing. But yeah, so like, he was dragging me down the steps, and like, we was like tussling, like on top of the steps. So it's just like, if it was one wrong move, one of us could have like fell, like, or some shit.